Hello everyone, and this video is going to be all about avoiding those sugary desserts. Now, when anyone starts cutting back sugar in their lifestyle, this is always the first to go, and it's always the biggest struggle for everyone, okay? Me included. So that's why I came up with recipes. You have some in the cookbook there of sugar-free desserts. So you can, if you feel like you need like a sweet tooth or chocolate, you can go straight for it and have it and not feel guilty and then be sugar-free, okay? So I can give you some, I'm going to give you some alternatives that you can use that are completely sugar-free. But honestly, if you have a dessert that you love, absolutely love, let's find a way to make it sugar-free, okay? Because what I have found with all my clients is the moment you take something out of their diet is the moment they want it. Bad. Okay. And it's always like, well, I'm having a cheat day. A cheat day is a terrible mindset. There's no cheat days. Okay. It's a lifestyle change. It's like a cheat day refers to you are on a diet and you've gone off it for a day, right? This is a lifestyle change. So there's no such thing as a cheat day. Okay. We are going to make alternatives. So when you have the cravings, you can just go for it and you're not cheating yourself. Okay. So for me, it's chocolate chip cookies. I love them. Okay. I also love, peanut butter and chocolate, like Reese bars. So we found, like I love Reese cups and all that. So we found actually like a way to make like sugar-free Reese bars. And we have them in the freezer all the time. Like we just make it in like a brownie pan and I just like break a piece off whenever I feel like, oh, I want some peanut butter and chocolate. And I have some peanut butter and chocolate, and that could be just something like you do as well, right? I also love Oreos. So what we've done is we made some Hershey's. They're not really Hershey's, but like Hershey's cookies and cream kisses almost like, okay? But we've made like basically what we did was almond flour cooked on the pan on the stove with olive oil for a couple minutes to turn it brown, and we add some cocoa powder to it, and it looks just like an Oreo cookie, and it tastes just like a Oreo cookie. It has the same texture as an Oreo cookie, those little cookie bites. And then we've made like a little cream, and what we did is we put it in like little ice cube trays in the fridge. So I just pop one out whenever I feel like I want some Hershey Kisses. Like, does any of this sound nice? Like, do you want this in your lifestyle too? Going, okay, I have to give up sugary desserts. Wait, I do not have to give up desserts. I can still have some of the things that I love, right? And that's just basically what we're all about. Like, let's find a way to make something that's healthier, and reduces your sugar at the same time, okay? So all the desserts in the cookbook are 100% sugar-free, okay? And we also use, if you haven't noticed, alternative flour. So white flour, bleach flour, like just like bleach rice, it all is packed with like sugar or additives to it, okay? So we've completely switched it over to almond flour or coconut flour. Now, if you have a nut allergy, you can use chickpea flour, okay? Or you can use whole wheat flour, but make sure it's whole wheat, okay? It's none of the all-purpose flour or, you know, white flour or anything like that. It is whole wheat flour, okay? But that's just, we do that because there's a lot of additives in normal wheat flour for us here, okay? Unless you grow your own, it's just, yeah. And who wants to go through all that, right? I don't. I grow most of my fruits and vegetables, but wheat, nope. So switching your flour alternative when you do a dessert actually really helps reduce sugar as well, okay? So switching over to one of those, okay? and switching over to sweeteners, which we're going to be talking in the next video down further about different sweeteners that you can have. Okay, I know I mentioned a few in the video above, but just switch out your sugar with some organic sweetener, not artificial sweeteners, organic sweeteners. Okay, or natural sweeteners like honey too. Okay, but we're going to go through some desserts that you can use as an alternative if you just want to like not bake or have any of that stuff. You want to completely cut it out, okay? But if you do want to bake and still have those goodness, there's tons of recipes in that cookbook. And then also we can talk further of getting you more recipes as well. So if you want more, just put it in the comments below and we can talk further about that, okay? So some of the alternatives that you can use is fresh fruit. So they are naturally sweet and they are filled with fiber and vitamins and minerals. So if you want something sweet, have some fruit, okay? I find, because since I've reduced sugar, that raspberries and strawberries are super, super sweet for me. They're just super, super sweet. So whenever I feel like I need something sweet, like right now, instead of going, cookie, I go, let's try the raspberries first, right? Like I always try the fruit first, and if that's still not satisfying, then I go, okay, I'm having a chocolate chip cookie with the sweetener in it, okay? But a lot of times it hits the spot, okay? Like I find, like, especially raspberries are super, super sweet, and once you start reducing your sugar, that's also something that you're going to find that stuff is going to become sweeter for you. For me, even with the recipes in the cookbook, I have to do about half the sweetener to those recipes because I find that even the sweetener is too sweet now. Okay, so once you get used to that and your body gets used to not having such sweet things, your cravings are going to go down big time. Okay, and when you do have something sweet, when you're baking it, you're going to actually want to put less sugar, like less sweetener in there, less sweetness to it, right? But yeah, okay, so fruit. The next one is Greek yogurt with some cinnamon or fruit. Okay, that's actually like really good. Greek yogurt with some cinnamon. Have you tried it? It's really good, okay? But Greek yogurt is rich in calcium and B12, which B12 actually helps boost your energy, right? So that's what you want. So that's a good, healthier suggestion for desserts, okay? Baked fruit with cream, so like pears and apples or plums. That is actually really good with the pears, okay? Like it's really good. Try it with the pears, okay? A dark chocolate, okay? In general, the higher cocoa content has lower sugar, okay? So my rule is 75% and up. Have at it, okay? Now, for those of you who love milk chocolate, what you can do is you get the 75 and up dark chocolate, okay? You get some coconut oil and some coconut milk and play around with the ratios. We found the ratio, not everyone likes our ratio, but play around with it to get the consistency of a milk chocolate that you like, and then add a little bit of natural sweetener to it. Okay, so you can add a little bit of honey to it. You can add a little bit of monk fruit or swerve to it. And that will get you that milk chocolate that you're used to or craving, okay? Or a handful of dates, okay? Dates are naturally sweetened and are extremely nutrients, okay? So just a handful of dates is awesome. Okay. But swapping these like heavier desserts with some of these fresher desserts will actually make you feel like light and fluffy and actually help with your digestion after your dinner, okay? Once you start getting into the heavier ones, even if you switch out the sugar to natural sweetener, you can still feel that heaviness, right? Even though they're a lot lighter with the different flour and sweetener, you can still feel that, right? So if you want something that makes you feel light and fluffy, these ones are your suggestions, okay? So that's what I got for sugary desserts, and I will see you in the next video.